Hello, Apple. Apple is here with me, and we're going to present to you a video that's a little bit of a change of pace. And there's a story that goes along with it. About 40 years ago, my wife and I went to get our first Cavalier King Charles Spaniel puppy, and we went to the breeder's home. And the first thing we noticed when we walked into the breeder's home was that everything all over the house was just full of all sorts of Cavalier memorabilia and paintings and trinkets and all sorts of little remembrances. And we did come back with a puppy. After a while, of course, we had to wait for the puppy to be old enough, but we did wind up with a puppy from that breeder. But on the way home, my wife and I looked at each other and we kind of said, it's really nice, but I don't think we ever really want to decorate our house that strongly with Cavaliers. Oh, is that a bird you see? Go ahead, go chase the bird. So we were determined not to let the Cavaliers dominate our decorating of our house. I thought I'd give you a little bit of a tour and point out some of the highlights to show you exactly how unsuccessful we were in that effort. As you come up the front walk to my home, one of the first things you're greeted with is a little custom flag we had done. This one has a picture of Bella on it, not to mention a little Cavalier statue sitting there on the front step. And as you come into the front door, into our little entrance foyer, if you look up, see a very nice, this was a thank you gift for one of the shows that I judged, and it's something that I really treasure. In our living room, you'll see a Curio Cabinet, which is chock full of items relating to Cavaliers. There are a number of things in here, and I think you can kind of get a flavor for them, and I'm going to just point out a couple of the highlights. You can see up on this top shelf that there are a number of obvious Cavalier trinkets, and I just want to point out some of them. This is actually a Christmas tree ornament, and we have a matching Blenheim one in the same shelf. I honestly can't remember where we picked it up, but they're just so nice that I don't actually hang them on the Christmas tree. This is a little commemorative jar that we got with, this is a portrait that's actually painted from a photo of our girl Bexley, who was with us about 20 years ago. And she was very special. She was a beautiful girl, as you can see. She was a great showgirl, and she could move around the ring even when she was much older, much better than some of the younger dogs. And she just presented a very, very graceful picture going around the ring. On the back of the jar, this commemorates the fact that she was a champion in both AKC and the Cavalier King Charles Spaniel Club. And in the same case, we have a little silver cup, and it's engraved with Bexley's name in the year 2000, when she won her very first class first place at a Cavalier King Charles Spaniel Club show. So this was the beginning of her career, and the culmination was the other trinket that we have. This is one of my favorites. This is actually a Limoges piece, and it has a little storage compartment in it. And we brought this back as a kind of an extravagant souvenir when we took a nice little vacation in the south of France a few years ago. That was a big splurge for us, so we splurged on the souvenir as well. And it brings back some great memories, because on that vacation, Boo, who's not a blem, but that's all right, Boo accompanied us. And she really loved being in that area. She had a great time. So this little trinket brings back some very nice memories. This is an award that was presented to Bexley by the president of the Cavaliers of the Northeast, because she was just so outstanding. This was given in the year 2011. This beautiful little trophy top with the statue was a thank you I received when I was the president of the Cavaliers of the Northeast. And a nice little black and tan statue next to it. Down here is a little bit of an homage to our girl Mitzi, who was not a Cavalier. Mitzi was a Japanese Chin, and she lived to over 15 years old, and actually had a very good life until glaucoma hit and she lost her eyesight. Over here at the other end of the living room, in front of our fireplace, you'll see the obligatory Staffordshire Spaniel figurines. I don't know that these two are actually real Staffordshires, but I think they're very nice replicas. If you take a look at them, these happen to be among my favorites. And next to the fireplace, a very nice picture frame that was engraved as a remembrance for me. It was given to me by the owner of the dog that you see pictured. That was the very first championship show that I was able to judge, and that was the dog that I put up as best in show that time. All right, Apple, take us into the kitchen. Thank you. Oh, and Boo's getting a drink. Good girl, Boo. Now, as you walk in through the kitchen to our family area, you will see, first of all, a very nice print that we found that just sort of captures the essence of being in our family area, and we liked it. And right underneath it is a thank you from one of our wonderful puppy owners who is active in the entertainment industry and is a fabulous owner and is enjoying her puppy very much, along with the rest of her family. Apple, show us around a little bit here. In our family room area, there's some special rosettes we like to display. This one was the ribbon that Bexley won when she finished her club championship. This rosette that we have hanging up was won by Tag when she finished her AKC championship. This one commemorates Boo's Grand Championship. And we have a few others around, but the one that I really value the most is this little blue and white rosette. This was the Best in Show ribbon that Bexley won when she was just about 13 years old. And that was a remarkable achievement, and it was at a Cavalier specialty show. Of course, not to be outdone by the show dogs, we have here the Trick Dog ribbons that were won by none other than Bootsy. And in this room that serves as our office, we have sort of a wall of fame. And up there you will find some really nice certificates, including championship certificates for both Bexley and Samantha in the Cavalier King Charles Spaniel Club, some Grand Champion AKC certificates, some championship certificates, agility certificates. And as we come back down the stairs, you will see something that I really treasure. And this was an award I received from the president of the Cavaliers of the Northeast Club for some of the things that I've been very happy to do for the club. And it's on a replica of the painting that was used for our national specialty theme that same year. Well, I hope that wasn't too boring for you. Looking, oh, sorry, Bootsy, looking at all these different things that we now have in our home. But I kind of think it's interesting because every single one of them brings back a memory or has a story to go along with it. So, hope you enjoyed that. We'll see you all soon. Bootsy, say goodbye.
Goodbye.